Hey everyone, this is Pam with Rack and Arrow Outdoors, and today I am going to try and shoot this Beast Broadhead through a bear shoulder. I am shooting the Gen 2 Iwasaki bow at 50 pounds and my arrow is 332 grains. So let's see, will I get it through? Will it do what it's supposed to do? Let's find out. Alright, let's see how it went. Looks like it did exactly what we want it to do. It folded around that bone and through. Over here you can see that when it hit the target, the blades were open. Alright, let's pull it out and see. Alright, how does it look for damage? Alright, so let's take a look at this broadhead a little bit further. The tip seems to be in excellent condition still. However, when you look at the blades themselves, if you take a look at the edges of the blades, you can see that they are eaten up a little bit. So there is a little bit of dents and damage along this blade here. Although it did just go through a bear's shoulder blade, so all in all, I think it did pretty well. Let's see how easy it is to fold back up. Got my little finger protectors here, and we're just going to bend that back in place. It looks like it goes back together, no problem. So let's shoot it one more time and see if it deploys properly. So it looks like the second arrow punched a bigger hole through. Don't see any blade marks on the shoulder blade with that shot. When we look at the arrow itself, we can see again that it did penetrate through. And it deployed. And the blades did deploy. So let's pull it out and see what it looks like. Alright. Looks okay. Let's take a closer look at it. Alright, so taking a look at shot number 2, it looks like it's still in pretty great shape. Same biting is there as there was before, but it doesn't look like it does look like there's a little bit more in that one side. I do think that there is that one real thick ridge bone on a shoulder blade, so I do think that that's the side that hit, but deployed again just like it was supposed to. And looks like it's still in pretty decent shape. It's not bent, the blades aren't bent, but there is a little bit of curling in those blades. So let's see, is it going to close up again? Closes up and is ready for another. Okay, so here we are back inside, and we're going to take a real good look at this shoulder blade and decide, is the Beast Broadhead worth the $129 per package Canadian, or should we save our money?
I'm impressed, especially your bow isn't a very high poundage bow.
Yeah, I'm shooting 50 pounds like I said, and I lightened up my arrow this year to 332 grains instead of 365 grains. So I was really nervous to try a little bit of a lighter arrow, but I'm actually really impressed with how well it went through. So the shoulder that I shot today was not a very small black bear. This wasn't the shoulder of a yearling or a 100-pound black bear. This was a good 300-pound solid bear that was taken just a couple days ago. So this is a fresh bone that was just deboned today. Hung it up and shot right through it. 2 shots. You can see very well through each one. So I'm going to do a little close-up here, and we're going to show you exactly what damage was done through the entry points and the exit points. So when you look at the shoulder itself, this was my first shot on this side here. So you can see that it went around this big triangular kind of ridge bone that is present in the shoulder blade itself. You can also see that it hit on the side of the bone here, and then it bent around that and penetrated through. This blade stayed open, as you can see from the cut that is along here. You can also see that it did crack the bone significantly with an impact. On the back here, you can see that it cut through on this opposite side from where the ridge bone is, and it cut a very big hole. It still managed to make its way through into the target, probably a good 4 inches, and the blades were completely deployed. On the second shot, you can see this one did not hit any of this ridge bone, so it did exactly what it was supposed to do here as well. It opened, made a giant hole in this, almost like a bullet hole really, and those blades retracted and went right through that bone. You can also see that the exit point on this is significant, and again, the blades did deploy and it stuck into the target again a good 4 inches or so. So all in all, I'm really happy with the Beast Broadhead and how it performed. I am a little surprised that the blades did have some bite into them. From what Josh was saying, it seemed like the blades weren't going to chip or curl, and you can see there is pretty significant biting into that blade. So if you want to take a look at that, you can see there is significant bite on that blade. But I mean, it is still okay for sharpness. I would definitely go through and resharpen these blades and try and buff out, if you can, some of that bite that's in there. But I mean, it did just go through a shoulder blade, so.
And a black bear shoulder blade is a lot more heavy duty than a whitetail shoulder blade. This big ridge bone on them, that can stop an arrow dead. And it did manage
to avoid that.
Avoid it, which is impressive. It's like we were saying on the back, you can see where it opened on that side and cut on that side and folded right in, just like advertised. So that's probably what damaged that blade, is what I would say.
I would say so too. So all in all, as a Canadian, with the price and exchange of cost of a Beast Broadhead, we are currently paying $129.99 for 3 broadheads in Canadian dollars. So this looks like it is a good purchase in my opinion. I would like to try out my previous broadhead, which was a Grim Reaper, and see if it would hold up as well, but I really don't think it would. These blades are not bent, the tip is still sharp, there is a little bit of dulling on the blades, and there is a little bit of bite in the blade, but overall I think it's a pretty solid, well-made broadhead. Alright, well, this is Pam and Bob with Rack and Arrow Outdoors. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope to see you again real soon.